Hello everyone, welcome to the video series of temple visits, and now we have come to Udupi Sri Krishna Mata, and we are at the Anantheshwara temple. Always while visiting Sri Krishna Mata, it is told that first we have to visit the Anantheshwara temple, then the Chandramaulishwara temple, then finally the Krishna Mata. Because this Anantheshwara and Chandramaulishwar was there before the Krishna came to Udupi. That is before Madhwacharya established Krishna in Udupi. Chandramaulishwar and Anantheshwar were already there, and Udupi got its name because of Chandramaulishwar temple, that is Udupa. And now we are sitting in the Anantheshwara temple, and we have our Ananth Kamath here, who is gonna explain the history of this temple to us. So Ananth, how old is this temple?
So before we start, let's just seek the blessings of the Almighty Anantheshwara. This temple dates back to the period of Parashurama. So as we know, Parashurama threw his axe and the ocean went back and a new land was formed, which we call today as Parashurama Kshetra, where we are sitting right now. After Parashurama claimed this land from the sea, he assigned this land to different kings, and this area was assigned to a king called Ramabhoja by Parashurama to rule over. This king wanted to perform a grand Ashwamedha Yajna. Before performing Ashwamedha Yajna, you need to plough the land. So when the land was being ploughed, the instrument by which you plough the land, it killed a snake. And when a snake dies on the place where a grand Ashwamedha Yajna is to be performed, this is very inauspicious, as it's considered Nagadosha. Some say that this snake had come in the form of a demon as a Vigna. But some say it was a random snake that was killed. However, after the snake was killed, Ramabhoja was tensed. He did not know what should be done. As Prayashchitta, he prayed to Lord Parashurama. Parashurama directed him to make a silver pedestal, which is called as Rajata Pita. The snakes must be there in all the four directions. This is what was instructed by Parashurama, and Parashurama also told that if I am pleased by your devotion, I will appear in that Rajatapita. But he did not tell he will appear in which form. The king started his meditation, doing rituals, showing utmost devotion to the Rajatapita. A Linga emerged from between the Rajatapita. The Shiva worshippers think it is a Linga, whereas the Vaishnava worshippers think it is a combination of both Vishnu and Shiva. Vishnu because Parashurama is an incarnation of Shri Vishnu. Shiva because Parashurama had learnt Dhanur Vidya from Shiva. There is a phrase in Sanskrit, Shivascha Hridayam Vishnoho, Vishnoscha Hridayam Shivaha, which means Shiva resides in the heart of Vishnu and Vishnu resides in the heart of Shiva. And this temple is the proof for this phrase. Because as we know, in this temple, both Harihara are worshipped equally. Coming on to the life of Madhwacharya and the connection between this temple. Madhwacharya's parents did a penance in this own temple for a kid. And it happens that the parents were blessed with Madhwacharya. And the connection between Madhwacharya and this temple is inseparable. Because in those times, Krishna Mata was not there. This temple was there, where Madhwacharya spent his whole life. Madhwacharya would take classes for students in this very place. He would teach them different Vedas, different Upanishads. So one day, when he was teaching them one of the Upanishads, there was a light rain, which we call as Pushpa Vrishti. And at that very moment, Madhwacharya disappeared. And nobody knows where has Madhwacharya gone after that day. So in Udupi Kshetra, there is no Samadhi of Madhwacharya. So there, you have a place where Madhwacharya is still believed to live in the Vayu form.
That's very interesting to know, because Madhwacharya, we always see him in the form of a person, a human form. But here in the temple, we see him in the Vayu form. And it is also said that Madhwacharya is the third incarnation of Mukhya Prana, the primordial life force. The Mukhya Prana, which is a servant of Hari, took the incarnation in Kali Yuga as Madhwacharya. In the Treta Yuga, it took the incarnation of Hanuman and served Sri Ram. In Dwapara Yuga, it took the incarnation of Bhimasena or Bhim, one of the Pandavas, and supported Sri Krishna in the Kurukshetra war. And finally, in Kali Yuga, Mukhya Prana took the form of Madhwacharya and established the temple of Udupi Sri Krishna Mata. And not only the temple, but also a huge influence of Dvaita philosophy, Dvaita Vedanta. That is the philosophy that God and human can never be the same. We are just a part of the divine creation. So this philosophy is very prevalent in this Dakshina Kannada and most of the South Indian regions, where Madhwacharya has established so many Vishnu temples with Garuda and Hanuman beside. Here also you can see that in Krishna Mata, there are small goodies of Garuda and Hanuman. The interesting part of this temple is, in this Anantheshwara temple, the deity is not on the eye level. Like we have to see him like this. We have to bend and see. We cannot see him through the entrance. We have to go deeper and see him like this, because he is at the top. Spiritually, what I feel is, this deity wants us to lower our ego when seeing him. Because whenever we bend and see, we lower ourselves, and that time our humbleness also increases. So I feel like Anantheshwara is very unique in that way. And also his name is same as yours. So how do you think the vibe is? Because everyone gets named for some divine reason, and your name is in parallel with this deity. So what do you think? Why do you think it has happened?
So the meaning of Ananta means that which does not end. And that is the name of Lord, which means God does not end, nor does he start. Because God is not something that will end or start. He is beyond them. So me naming as Ananta is his own grace.
Now we will go towards the Chandramoulishwara temple, which is the temple which gave this city the name Udupi. So we will see why Udupi is called as Udupi in the Chandramoulishwara temple. Now we will go there. Thank you.